Well, it wouldn't be my birthday without a share of shenanigans, technical difficulties, and other things. Uh, Hopefully by this evening, this will be up on X again. I did pay for, the $11 a month, so I will now have premium. Yes, everyone, I will be getting a blue check mark. I hope that my Kiwi Farms page is in the coming, and then I will be truly a famous YouTuber. We can only hope. Just kidding, you guys. Thank you, Wolfram, for doing all of the mod stuff. Thank you, Christine, for joining this morning, and Cynthia Fire Fairy, Captain Kern, Celestial Force, Spirit Fleck. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yes, I am the Big 4-0 today, but I will be celebrating on Saturday. Mr. Mo is exceedingly ecstatic that I will be giving away some of my cross stitch projects, which means that he doesn't have to create frames that he said years and years ago he would do. So you know um always helping Mr. Mo and decluttering. So those will be on a giveaway for that to give back to you guys, because honest to goodness, it is hard to explain how very much you all have given to me. It is very odd to explain how my life has expanded exponentially beyond all of my expectations, and I really don't have to leave my room. And that is amazing. That is beyond words. I cannot explain how motivating it is on really bad days where I want to stay in bed, to know that, even in the beginning when one or two people were just hanging out to see what I would do or if I would totally spaz out, uh, you know, it was still a motivating factor, and it got me through some really, really rough times at the beginning of trying to live this new life. So I appreciate it and wanted to give back a little bit. So you guys can have a chance to win either Lord of the Rings or mostly Sailor Moon cross stitch at my birthday shenanigans stream. I mean, I'm sure all of you are lacking in your Sailor Moon decor. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm the only person with a master bedroom of Sailor Moon, but you can all start on your small collections. Thank you so much, Christine, for being a member for 8 months. Christine has been there since early days, and I appreciate it so much. So, our first story, well, Disney is removing another beloved character from its park after 50 years for fears that it could offend alcoholics. You guys, this headline, I don't even know what to do with the bingo headline, the bingo card on this. I mean, who cares if you offend alcoholics? I didn't know alcoholics were a protected group that must be stopped, but okay, or appeased. Disney World has removed a beloved character that has been a staple at the amusement park for over 50 years, as the character has been deemed insensitive and outdated. Are we talking about Mark Hamill? Because, look, dude, I love you as Luke Skywalker. I think you're an incredible voice actor. If you could just simply go back to adult pretending and stop telling me every political thought that you have, I would be very much appreciative. I really think that X has been the kryptonite that has broken Hollywood, because before X, actors could have all of these really, really fun hot takes and we didn't know about them. But now we do. And for the love of goodness, go back to being Luke or even the Joker. I don't want to hear about your political takes, Mr. Hamill. Liver Lips McGrowl, one of 18 animatronic bears at Country Bear Jamboree in the Magic Kingdom, will not be making his grand return alongside the other robotic mammals when the attraction reopens. Excuse me, but if there is not a distillery American in the Country Bear Jamborees, I feel offended. I feel very offended if we don't have a moonshine American in the Country Bears Jamboree. McGraw, whose name is considered derogatory and offensive, is associated with alcohol abuse and resulting damage it does to the liver. Okay, seriously. From Appalachia, a country or, a place in the country that is deeply rooted in some of these, musical instruments. Yes, it was a moonshine bottle, but it was also, part of a culture where it created music. I mean, spoons, a washboard, for God's sake. Are we gonna take away the spoons because they're gonna upset fat activists? Are we gonna take away a washboard because feminists might be upset if the girl bear is doing it? For the love of all that is holy and insanity, bring back Moonshine Bear. Also, if I were running the Care Bears, there would be, there definitely would be a Moonshine Bear. It would be the adult Care Bears, but I think that that's okay. The term has also been seen as derogatory and offensive against African Americans to describe the shape of their lips. Now, I mean, look, I don't read this as anything but a, a weirdly animated, bear. I mean, maybe I don't have my victimhood glasses firmly affixed. Maybe I haven't read all of the, reading that will get my commie glasses on, but I don't see this as offensive. Now, he will be replaced by Romeo McGrowl, a bear with a last name similar facial appearance to Liver Lips, but with a James Dean coif. So there you go. I mean, Romeo will join the ensemble of Harry, Big Al, Wendell, and Teddy Beara, Ernest the Dude, Terrence Shaker, and Trixie, along with 5 Bear Rugs. The removal of Liver Lips McGraw is a part of a bigger trend in Disney where the park is committed to addressing and rectifying outdated or culturally insensitive elements within its attractions. I mean, y'all, I I I can't. This is it, look, Disney, you are nearly dead to me, but you want to really end it? Mess with Bear Country Jamboree and remake a live action goofy Goof Troop movie or the Goofy movie. I just I can't. What is wrong with people? No one. Gather up the 5 damn people in this country that were upset about this and then tell them they can't go to Disney World. I'm done. Liver Lips was only credited with one song during his run on the show from 1971 to 2004. My Woman Ain't Pretty, but She Don't Swear None. Look, I need a copy of this song because, well, you know, it sounds hilarious. A Reddit user recorded the video of him singing the song in January 26, 2024, the final day the attraction was open before renovations. The post said the attraction was packed with many fans there to say their goodbyes to the beloved music-oriented show. To say the shows on that day were an absolute blast would be an understatement. The caption read, "The last show uh, I sat at was a few hours later, the last one ever performed before it broke down. If you can imagine, the crowd was even louder, almost drowned out the bears when it came to singing along. Besides one character change, a brand new script and soundtrack will be released, according to Variety. Mac McNally, a country singer-songwriter best known for his decades-long work with Jimmy Buffett, was tasked with producing and arranging the new score. McNally's voice will also be featured in a country-fried versions of Disney hits like Bare Necessities and Fixer Upper. Along with the Jungle Book and Frozen songs, the new soundtrack will also contain an original song, Bear Country, Country Bear Music Jamboree, and other renditions of classics, including from The Little Mermaid, Mary Poppins, and Aladdin. Now, Disney, far be it from me to watch you burn money and crash and burn, but you have basically told those of us who generally do fall in the country music, Appalachian American, good old country boy, sort of American kind of country fried demographic, that you don't want us, you don't care to hear from us, and we need to be retaught. So, Good luck with that. I'm sure that we will all want to see the new NSYNC version of the Country Bear Jamboree. Uh, Godspeed with that. I'm sure. Let us know how the new Tiana's, magical Bayou hot sauce co-op is going instead of Splash Mountain. In happier news, an orphan chimp found tied to a house in a very bad state is thriving over a year after her rescue. So that's good. I'm glad that they were able to find her and get her some help. Janet, the young chimpanzee, is in forest school at Takaguma Chimpanzee Sanctuary after a tumultuous first year of life. Janet the chimpanzee is celebrating over a year of safety and love. The 2-year-old primate resides at Takaguma Chimpanzee Sanctuary in Sierra Leone, where she is currently in forest school with the facility's other orphan rescued chimps. It's a happier life and far different from where the sanctuary found her in January 2023. A spokesperson for the sanctuary tells people that they first learned of Janet when they received an alarming call and footage all the way from Australia. In January 2023, John Kamara, a Sierra Leonean man based in Australia, received information from Sierra Leone Environment Matters, a volunteer youth group that he found in Sierra Leone. A volunteer from the group sent Kamara footage of a baby chimp in a bad state, left tied outside a home by a rope around her neck. Even though he was in Australia, Kamara knew he had to take action to save the chimp in the video. He called the sanctuary and informed them about the situation. After getting the information from the business gentleman from Kamara, the sanctuary quickly launched a rescue mission to save Janet. She lost her mom and her family. No, this is not how we do not treat baby chimps like this. We do not treat any animals like this. We do not do this. She lost her mom, her family, and her home was as a pet living outside the house on a tightrope. A Taguma spokesperson says about how they helped the orphan chimp. Even for a baby chimp, the mom and several of her other family members had been killed. For a family will never give up fighting for their young. So, in order to get this baby, the sanctuary is assuming that the family group lost their life because it's every single animal, life form's general sort of will of life is to protect the children. So, unfortunately, that means that her family is probably long gone. No, Sierra Leone, sometimes I have words that I can say, and then other times there is a state or there is a city in Pennsylvania, and I am like, all right, well, apparently all states or all city towns in Pennsylvania are Welsh, and I don't speak that. The sanctuary spokesperson notes that Taguma's rescue team, which consisted of a driver, a camp supervisor, outreach field officers, on-site rangers, NPAA, National Protected Area Authority rangers, and local police, moved to save Janet from neglectful conditions. And they found an animal who was malnourished, traumatized, and dehydrated, but now she's looking happy and sassy. And she's even got a little bit of pudge, which, sister, no shot. I have some too. Look, it's called, a little or rainy day savings chub. You never know if you might miss a snack once in a while. She also had a tight rope around her neck. She was in very bad state mentally and physically. The rescue team brought Janet back to the sanctuary where they immediately started her on medical treatment and started the young chimp, estimated to be about a year old at the time, on a 3-month quarantine period. They require, all new arrivals for 3 months to be quarantined. They're on 24/7 care of a surrogate human mother. So this is her, surrogate mom. And look how happy she is. I mean, you know, tender love and care, no matter person, creature, or anything, is really all we need. Janet responded very well to her treatment. She started to eat well and quickly proved to be a very independent little girl. She was constantly climbing fast and high and keeping her surrogate mother very busy. Once her quarantine period was over and she was deemed healthy, Janet was moved to forest school. Here, she is with other orphan chimps under the sanctuary's care. It is home to at least 120 rescued chimpanzees at the sanctuary, including 40 babies and toddlers. At forestry school, Janet and the other young chimps learn to climb, forage, and socialize. According to the sanctuary, rehabilitating traumatized baby chimpanzees takes a long time, and Taguma is preparing the young animals for the next phase of their care, which involves introducing them to larger adult groups of chimpanzees. So, you know, absolutely wonderful that they were able to get this done, that this animal will have a better, more close to natural life, and that they did, they did a good job, and that seems like they have a good facility going. So, Janet, you rule, and I hope you're kicking A and taking names at Forest School, getting straight A's, because there you go. That's what we need in our life. A lot of situations can knock you down, and boy, do I know that. Let's see, the last 2 years of being in a semi pity party definitely can tell you, but Siri, I already have a feral 8-year-old boy. I don't need a chimpanzee. But, it's not about how hard you get knocked down. It's definitely about how you get back up. And, for me, it might take me a whole lot of time and I might have to mentally prepare myself. But, we all get back up and our struggles aren't the same. Your struggle isn't going to be my struggle, but we've all gotten back up. And let's celebrate that instead of maybe being down on ourselves for falling down. In sadder news and Florida man, Sergio Pino, Miami real estate titan accused of poisoning his wife with the big F, has unalived himself amid an FBI probe into a murder for hire plot, sorry. A Miami real estate mogul accused of poisoning his wife with F was found dead from self-deletion in his lavish mansion Tuesday during an FBI raid connected to a continuing probe into a murder for hire plot to kill her. The SWAT team discovered the body of Sergio Pino, 67, in an upstairs bedroom of his multi-million-dollar home in the swanky gated Coral Gables community Tuesday. He doesn't look 67. When they were picking up electronic safes and 3 boxes of documents, police sources told WPLG. The big shot developer allegedly poisoned Tatiana Pino, his estranged wife of 32 years, multiple times with F, she claimed during their divorce proceedings. And it was under investigation for paying people allegedly to do the job, do the dirty work. Pino's lawyer, Sam Rubin, confirmed that he had died by self-deletion and criticized law enforcement's handling of the situation. Sergio Pino took his own life today. The level of law enforcement activity at his residence was unprecedented and unnecessary, especially since we had offered to surrender him. Should that become necessary, he told WPLG. Today's event marked a very tragic ending to the investigation that we were confident we could successfully defend, Rabin concluded. There were many rumors and allegations, but what was lacking was evidence. And I never want to see anyone do this rather than be able to feel like they are going to get a fair shake in the court of justice. I do feel like we have seen entirely disproportionate and overwhelming force used against people who are supposed to have the presumption of innocence. It's Look, he could have been all the dirty dirtbag person in the world, but I do feel like, uh, there is so smother smother to me, sounds like a whole bunch because you generally smother something by covering it, whereas a smidgen means a pinch to me, like less than a teaspoon to me, but that is going according to my hillbilly, measuring, so take that with a grain of salt. Tatiana claimed she had suffered breathing issues and other symptoms in 2022, and a doctor at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore allegedly detected fentanyl in her system after she was intubated 6 times. She believes her husband was secretly slipping her the deadly opioid. Tatiana suggested Sergio, the founder of Century Home Builders Group, had a financial motive to poison her. She had filed for divorce in April 2022. Last month, the FBI raided Pino's Cocoa Plum estate and Coral Gables office as part of an investigation over threats made against her life. Pino allegedly recruited a part time worker on his yacht, Byron Bennett, to hire 3 men to threaten his wife after she filed for divorce, so sources familiar with the case told the Miami Herald. Bennett and the 3 men have been charged in Miami federal court for an attempted hit and run at her Pinecrest home and an arson attack against 3 of her sister's vehicles. Bennett and security footage shows Tatiana pulling into her driveway in August 2023 as a rented Home Depot flatbed truck parked nearby whips around from behind and slams into the passenger side of her SUV before driving off. Y'all, you know, you're never getting high quality hitmen. Just for the love of all that is holy, you took a rented vehicle, which will have a paper trail from Home Depot that's generally painted like bright freaking orange with all sorts of noticeable decals and the number you can call. But okay, I mean, seems like a genius plan. Now, he was never charged with any crimes before his death, so I'm sure there will be a lot more scuttlebutt about this. But I did see a story that I hadn't even picked out, so we will be going for this next because, look, don't do this, y'all. And if you're a husband, maybe say thank you to your wife if she gives you a party, but don't don't load your husband's Mountain Dew with antifreeze if he doesn't say thank you. There has to be, like levels of engagement, and somehow I don't think that quite correlates. You can be a little salty, maybe passive aggressive if you're not quite adult and mature, but it seems a little, crazy to give him X-Lax brownies. A wife poisoned her husband's soda after he was not appreciative of the birthday party she threw him. Well, I mean, that's a face of those are eyebrows of a woman you don't want to piss off. Never mind, he saw them eyebrows. He was warned. A Missouri esthetician was allegedly caught putting weed killer in her husband's soda because he was not appreciative of the 50th birthday party she threw him, police said. Again, this man saw the eyebrows she drew on herself and or tattooed on. He saw the angry eyebrows and he wasn't appreciative enough. I mean, Michelle Y. Peters, 47, of Lebanon, was arrested Monday and charged with first-degree assault and armed criminal action, according to court documents viewed by the Post. During her interview with authorities, Peters supposedly said she wanted to be mean to her husband because he did not appreciate his 50th birthday party she threw him. Again, y'all, there's levels. There's like, maybe I don't know, not putting salt in his scrambled eggs. Then, maybe like not buying his favorite coffee creamer and buying a flavor you like. Like these are small petty things that you can do, in marriage. Like, no, I just bought the flavor I like. They're out of yours. I mean, this is DEFCON like 12. You don't go with, antifreeze in the Mountain Dew because, again, there is X-Lax and brownies. And what did he do? Did he not like the streamers? Did she get him Pokemon instead of, uh, Yo Gabba Gabba? Actually, my birthday is today. I'm celebrating on Saturday because I wanted to get a few things set up and figure out how to do a giveaway of some things. During her interview with authorities, Peter supposedly said, sorry, read that Peter's husband, whose name has been redacted, dude, look, I'm gonna full screen this. Run. Change your name, get a fake mustache, run. This woman is insane, okay? Like, run as fast as you can. Get yourself a fake mustache, dye your hair. You have been given a get out of jail free card because this woman is nuts, all right? From a fellow fallopian tube haver, this woman is off the chart cray cray, and she doesn't fit that, hot, crazy chart. I mean, that is 11 level crazy, and she is maybe a good 7 or 6 on the hotness scale when she's all done up, so that's a no. Thank you so much, Fraud at Wrangler, for the super chat. Thank you. Uh, I am not changing anything because I am 40. I am I am well, other than my attitude. I definitely have decided to get out of the pity party attitude, and I'm ready to do the things I can do and not be so mournful of the things I can't do. And then happy pre, you know, 60th in 5 years. Read the entire chat before putting things up. We'll see. My Mr. Mo would be so jealous. He wants to grow out a handlebar mustache, or the one where you twirl it up. Beginning around May 1st, he noticed that his Diet Mountain Dew from a 2-liter bottle he kept in the couple's garage refrigerator. Okay, she almost was a good wife because y'all know you need a drink refrigerator out in the garage. I mean, she almost had it. She was almost all June Cleaver. Because y'all know, if you are from the Midwest, there is a garage drink refrigerator in every civilized house. Because you are not gonna let them take away a perfectly good frigilator just because it's a little too small for what you need now. So that becomes your drink refrigerator. He initially ignored the strange taste and kept drinking the soda, but a couple of weeks later, he started suffering from a sore throat, nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting. He also started to cough up thick brown yellow mucus. The husband became suspicious and looked back at security camera footage inside the garage dated June 12th. The footage allegedly showed Peters taking the Mountain Dew from the fridge and a bottle of Roundup from the house. A few moments later, Peters returned and put both items back in their original spot. Peter's husband told the police he tried to change his routine and put new untampered bottles in the refrigerator, only for Michelle to supposedly keep mixing the soda with weed killer. The original bottle of Roundup was also almost empty, and a new bottle was ready to go in its place. When Peter's husband told her he was feeling sick, she allegedly told him he probably had the coof. Well, yes. Peter's husband said he was not sure if his wife was having an affair or if she was looking to collect on his $500,000 life insurance policy. He also noted that she drastically reduced the money she'd been transferring to their personal account from a business account. Ma'am, can we try not to make it look obvious? Like, daggone. Just not obvious. Not obvious. Increasingly anxious, Peter's husband said he added a garage camera in an area where other chemicals were kept. He watched the footage live on Sunday evening when he told the police he saw his wife with the soda near a bottle of insecticide. At the time, Peter's husband believed that a current bottle of Mountain Dew was empty. Uh, the next day, the husband brought the video footage to the Laclede County Sheriff's Office, where he reported he was afraid for his life. He also told police that he was still suffering from a sore throat 2 weeks after he stopped drinking any of the Mountain Dew due to the contents of the security video. Detectives took 2 bottles of Roundup, a 2-liter bottle of soda, and a bottle of insecticides from the couple's home. Officers subsequently brought Peters in for questioning, where she initially claimed she was mixing Mountain Dew with Roundup to create a weed killer she saw on Pinterest. Y'all keep your wives away from Pinterest if that's the case. Also, ma'am, you had like 3 weeks to come up with a better lie, and this is what you chose. This I saw it on Pinterest. It was on my board, and I was just like, I was either going to do a centerpiece or a new weed killer. When she was confronted with the video evidence, she said she should have just divorced her husband, who she claimed was selfish. Shortly after she was formally arrested, Peters told the authorities that she was upset her husband didn't appreciate a birthday party she threw him. She pled not guilty to both charges. She is being held without bond and will appear at her next hearing on July the 2nd. So that's already happened, but I mean, there you go. Don't piss off your wife if she has access to Roundup. Or just don't be an absolute hose beast, madam. So your husband doesn't like parties. Look, I would try to enjoy a big 40th birthday party that Mr. Mo threw with all of my friends, but big, crowded places are not always my jam. So that might not be the thing. If you have been with your husband for years and years and you know he doesn't like those big things, I am always here to help, Celestial Force. In sad news, and it affects a fellow YouTuber. YouTuber Billy LeBlanc reveals that his girlfriend Natalie Clark died after eating raw oysters. Now, I have never needed additional. Well, first, I am very sorry that you lost your girlfriend. This is grief. You have joined a grief club, and it sucks all the donkey balls, and I am sorry. On a lighter note, I needed no further encouragement not to eat sea snot, but don't eat oysters, y'all. YouTube star Billy LeBlanc revealed tragic details of the death of his girlfriend Natalie Clark. I'm sure none of you know, but I recently almost died. I was in the hospital for 12 days. Unfortunately, Natalie did not make it. She passed away. LeBlanc wrote via Instagram on Sunday, July 14th. In a follow-up comment on Monday the 15th, LeBlanc shared that Clark had died after they both got vibro vulfincus from raw oysters. According to Cleveland Clinic, it's a type of bacteria that can enter your body when you eat uncooked or undercooked shellfish. It can also infect open wounds. It causes a serious form of the illness vibriosis that can quickly lead to sepsis, shock, and large spreading blisters that destroy tissue. LeBlanc, who rose to internet fame with his popular YouTube account at Bratley, featuring videos of himself and his ex-wife, Katie LeBlanc, and their 3 children, remembered Clark with a carousel of photos from their cross-country adventures. I will always remember how we got lost everywhere together, he shared. I will always love her and miss her. Be safe, hold your loved ones tight. You'll never know when it's the last time you see them. And I mean, honest to goodness, really take this to heart. It sounds trite. It sounds like something everyone says. But for those of us who have joined this sucky terribly hard grief club. It's absolutely the truth. Don't take any day for granted. Don't take, the last time you see someone or, someone just going for groceries because, for some of us, there will always be a before and an after. And we don't want you to join this club. We don't want you to have to experience what we do. But, you know, try to take this wisdom. It sounds trite, but it's really just those of us in this club trying to tell you don't be like us. Don't take things for granted because it sucks when you realize you did. Billy also has a solo YouTube channel called Just Billy LeBlanc, where he often posts videos of himself. And Clark, the last video posted to his page, was called Ping Pong Moneyball Challenge and was uploaded in May 2023. The day before he announced Clark's death, he posted a birthday message to his late son Caleb, who died in 2015. It seems just like yesterday. You would have been at an IHOP with us, LeBlanc wrote, alongside pictures from a pancake chain restaurant, or from the pancake chain restaurant. I miss you, my little baby boy. Happy birthday. Billy's ex-wife and Kaylin's mother, Katie, announced the news of their son's death in October 2015, saying he had died due to natural causes at the age of 13. So take it from this man who has already lost two very close people in his life. Don't take things for granted. I'm not saying you have to go out and forgive every dingus that's done wronged you or anything like that. But, make sure the people in your life know that. Thank you, Zach, for the super chat and a little something for Miss Yuma on her birthday. At 40, I was half day, and now I'm 40-ish, a lot of ish, and I feel better than I have in 2 decades. Exercise, stretching, and an optimistic attitude does amazing things. Thank you. Yes, it does. I have noticed a change. Believe me when I say, you guys, that there was like naked burpees in Walmart and having a sit down with Wolf Blitzer were probably things I would have rather have done than get on my walking pad this morning. But it is the month of not quitting. So I got up and I did it. And not quitting is going to look different for me. And I have to be okay with not quitting looking different. So not quitting means that yesterday stunk, but I got my 2 miles in. And this morning I got up and got my 2 miles in again. And I didn't snack after 8 p.m. So they're small changes, not earth shattering, nothing. But for this month, those are the 2 things I am not quitting on. And then next month we'll add to that. And then, by the end of the year, I will be so tired of winning. She continued. So, just really, life is full of a lot of small things that we don't agree on. And look, I would never eat oysters, but if anything, this story is from a bunch of people who are in this sucky grief club, and just appreciate the people you have around you. From us, you don't want to have those before and afters that you really regret. So that's all the laugh advice and wisdom you're going to get from me. I'm hoping that the collective wisdom of the ages, now that I am officially 40, will start arriving. I don't know what age I am where I start to solve all of my problems with cheesecake. I think that is closer to 50-ish. So, but I will be looking for those deliveries of life's great wisdom. It would be Florida Man. God love him, Florida Man. Florida Man jumps into the ocean to avoid giving cops his girlfriend's passcode. You're telling me I'm resisting? Well, I mean, you can't resist if you're in the ocean. That's a National Guard, or what is it? That's That's a Coast Guard kind of thing, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure that every sovereign citizen knows that if you're on the ocean, you're not in America, right? Have I lawful lawed this correctly? A Florida man, desperate for his girlfriend and the cops not to access his phone, jumped into the ocean to avoid giving up his passcode and fled arrest after being grilled by the police while out on a boat. Body cam footage from April shows two female Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission officers questioning a man who identified himself as AJ and his girlfriend on a boat somewhere in the waters near Key West on a YouTube video posted last week. I mean, who didn't in the video, which has garnered over 1 million views, AJ argues with the officers and his girlfriend over the phone and proper identification and becomes increasingly agitated before finally jumping into the ocean. And thank you, Wolfram, for gifting 5 memberships. And those went to Denise Bax, General T, Atheist Aunt, Sarah's Worldwide Fan, and Pernilla. So congratulations if you got a membership. Welcome to the Church of Mo. We have sarcasm and Oreos, but only one Oreo and on a cheat day. We're trying to be better here. So if you got a membership, thank Wolfram, and thank you so much, Wolfram. Questioning what would happen if he just swims away. He then led cops on a 7-minute pursuit back to shore before getting arrested. I mean, to be honest, thank you, Dizzy Grenade. I love you guys' screen names. Oh, well, have a wonderful, safe day, Captain Kern, and thank you for joining. Now, Florida man, here's my thing. You shouldn't have told him, this is what we call foreshadowing. You're like, so what would happen if I just swam away? You should have just not done that. The incident began when 2 officers told the couple they were searching the area for a different vessel in their jurisdiction, but it happened that AJ and his girlfriend were on a boat with code violations. The cops quickly discovered that neither AJ or his unidentified girlfriend had IDs on them. Do you have a license to ride that boat? And that he was, he got angered saying he did nothing wrong. He's like, is there a fringe on that flag? This is not maritime court. I don't have to do anything. He becomes angered with the cops and asks them if they're just out here trying to catch people breaking the law on the waters. Obviously, we're addressing violations because we're cops and that's what we do, one of the officers replied. Sounds like something a Fed would say to me. As AJ becomes more agitated with the officers, they ask him if he has a warrant out. Usually when people start acting like that, it's because they have a warrant. Hey, warrants aren't legal in the water. You need to relax. You're freaking out, his girlfriend tells him. Growing anxious, AJ asks the officers what would happen if he jumped in the water and swam away. The officer says, I'll follow you. I'm telling you're not free to leave. The video then cuts to the officers looking at a blurred out computer screen showing AJ had a warrant out. As tensions peak, AJ tells the officers he will just swim home. He's like, screw you guys, I'm go home. Go home. Screw you guys. AJ, I swear to effing God, if you jump in that water, I'll be gone tomorrow, his girlfriend threatens. Uh-oh, now they're going to get a domestic too. She then asks the boyfriend to unlock his phone so she can get his boss's phone number. What's your password for your phone? She demands of AJ while he argues with the police. Oh, girlfriend is going to be gone. AJ, you done screwed up. His girlfriend gets in his face with the phone in her hand and tells him to unlock it so she can help. Not ready to go to jail or give his girlfriend access to his device, he decided to swim with the sharks. He's like, it's Shark Week, y'all. Peace out. Little guilty pleasure thing. Miss Mo has been watching the heck out of Shark Week. It's kind of a national holiday here, in my opinion, but I love me some Shark Week. Still not going in the ocean, though. That's a brave move, brother, down there in the Florida Keys with all them sharks. I'm assuming they're just everywhere. After a minute of arguing with the cops, the anxious boater begins to swim away. We are done after this. I am telling you, his girlfriend shouts, I am leaving. He then makes a leisurely, breaststroke, mixed stroke swim back to shore, where two officers, catch up with him because they have a damn boat. Swear to gosh. Before reaching land, officers jump out of their boat and slap cuffs on him. They escorted him to the shoreline where another cop was waiting for him. It's unclear what charges AJ was facing after the strange ordeal. The Post reached out to Florida Wildlife for clarification on the incident. Commenters on the video pointed out that AJ appeared to be more worried about his girlfriend getting into his phone than being arrested. Bro wasn't worried about jail. He was worried about his phone being unlocked. Bro would rather take a felony than let his girl access his phone. Thank you, Fundian, for the super chat. Happy womb escape anniversary. It only took you 9 months. Yes. Now, I will say popular lore has it that I was a day late in my escape and, am still grounded for that. I was a day late. But yes. In absolutely assemble the, power team on Lord Chippy because this dude, look, I am trying to give people more grace. I really am. I am trying to believe that everyone has a path to redemption. But I also got a fair bit of, table flipping Jesus in me. And this story gets the table flipping Jesus in me all fired up and ready to go, deal with some money changers. An Arizona dad got quote unquote distracted by PlayStation while his daughter, 2 years old, died in a hot car. In what world? In what world is any game more important than making sure that you have your doggone kid out of a car in Arizona? Arizona, the land of the freaking south, like surface of the sun. As mom's text reveal alarming pattern. How many times have I told you? I mean, this beautiful, sweet little angel baby girl, and y'all, I have had little girls, and them curly little wispy hairs are a pain in the absolute behind. But those those little tutu dresses, I miss those. How could anything be more important than those precious brown eyes than this? I Straight to Snake Island. I mean, presumed innocent and all that jazz. S- Straight to Snake Island. You guys, I have nightmares. This is why I lock our cars in the summer because I now know what, kids think. And I mean, who wouldn't want to pretend to drive a big Ford Transit van? I worried to death that they were going to get stuck in there and not be able to get out on hot days. I just I don't get it. I told you to stop leaving them in the car. Erica Schultes, an anesthesiologist, scolded her husband in text messages after July 9th tragedy, outlet reported. An Arizona dad is charged with murder after leaving his 2-year-old daughter in a sweltering car. Like the fact that she had to say, hey, stop leaving them in the car. Was too busy playing games on Xbox for more than 3 hours while his toddler died. Christopher Schultz, a 37-year-old father of three, claimed he only left little Parker sleeping inside his 2020 Acura MDX for 30 minutes after returning home from shopping because he didn't want to wake her. But newly released court records show he fiddled with video games for more than 3 hours until his horrified doctor wife came home and found the little girl dead in his car. "How many times have I told you?" she texted. "Babe, I'm sorry," the accused killer allegedly responded. "Babe, our family, how could I do this? I killed our baby. This can't be real." Erica Schultz called Parker perfect during the heartbreaking exchange. Christopher Schultz told the police he arrived at their home in the Tucson suburb of Marana around 2:30 p.m., parked the car outside because the garage was clogged with exercise equipment. He said he forgot the girl was still in the car before his wife came home at 4 p.m. No. See, here's the deal. I have had I will loosely say that I am an expert at removing toddlers into the house. Look, there have been times that, it is raining super hard and, you take another drive around the block or you sit in the driveway, but never in my entire parenting career have I ever left my children in the car. No, there was always a thing. Kids, then groceries, then, double check anything in the car, but kids always came first. I never, got myself out of the car and left the kids in there. No, it's a pain in the behind. Yes, when they're asleep and they're going to wake up when you lift them out. But it, it has to be done. It's called parenting. It's called parenting. You slog through a lot of suck stuff because life has a lot of suck stuff to get to the good moments. And you just do it. Surveillance. So, first of all, I have questions. Now, far be it from my fluffier ass to degrade his appearance, but I'm gonna do it. This dude, double chin had a bunch of exercise equipment. Okay, yeah, he's in CrossFit like I'm in. He's in the CrossFit of Ben and Jerry's. Just absolutely. Well, celestial force, that's the exact same thing. Your most important thing goes into the car first. So generally, you know, I would put my kids in, I would throw my purse in, then I would get them all secured, lock the door, and start loading the groceries in the trunk. He's not fat, but he has a double chin, and he left his daughter in a car to bake while he went and played Call of Duty. I have no chill for this man. I am being petty. It is not nice. I will say he is not fat, but he does have a double chin, and yes, yes, I have gone all the petty. I am a mean person. I don't like this dude just on clear evidence of dumbassery. Surveillance footage viewed by police shows that he arrived outside the house shortly after 12:30 p.m., leaving Parker in the car under 109-degree weather for more than 3 hours. According to a complaint filed in the case, Christopher Schultz got distracted playing his game and putting food away. I mean, yeah, she does look good. When the couple's other two children told the cops that their dad regularly left all three siblings alone in the car while he was in the house. The distracted dad told the police he left the air conditioning on in the car for Parker, but conceded he knew it would turn off automatically after 30 minutes. In court Friday, when Christopher Schultz was charged with murder and child endangerment, his wife pled with the judge to release him pending trial, calling it a big mistake. I'm asking if you can allow him to come home to us just so we can all start the grieving process so he can bury our daughter with us this coming week and we can go through this whole process together as a family, she told the judge. What I will say is this woman is better at accepting redemption uh, than I am, because I don't know that I could forgive this quickly. I don't know that I'd want to grieve with this man. I I I wouldn't. I can be real honest with you. I don't know that I could look at the person that cost me my child, that absolutely took no care. that has been warned about this before and refused to do anything to change his behavior. I don't know that I would be able to do that. So I will have to give her props for being a a bigger for being more open to the redemption possibilities of her husband than I think I would be. I think I would not be able to. She went on to state, "This was a big mistake, but it doesn't represent him," Erica Schultz said. "I want the girls to see their father, that I don't have to tell them tonight that they're going to have to endure another loss." The judge set bail at $25,000 bond despite a request from prosecutors for a $1 million bond. I have not heard that. Look, I don't know how this could happen. I can get being flustered, I can get everything, but if you set up a routine, I don't get it. Again, always the kids got out first or the kids went in the car first. It's not something that I can understand how it can be forgotten. But I also have kids that were really good at sleeping in tucked away places and having a bigger house. So, I have thought I've lost children because they were just sleeping in cupboards. So, parenting is all different. And I just this wife is built different than me because I don't know that the mama bear in me would let me embrace my husband, especially if he's been warned about this. On to more, well, not sad news. Spray on sneakers. Was there a Simpsons about this? Spray on sneakers created by a robot in 6 minutes will make history at the 2024 Olympics. Helen Obiri, the Kenyan distance runner and two-time Olympic silver medalist, will make history at the 2024 Paris Olympics thanks to her shoes. Interesting. Obiri will be sporting a new sneaker from sportswear company On, but it's far from the typical sneaker. On's Cloud Bloom Strike LS is spray-on footwear. LS stands for Light Spray, the trademark name for the technology used to create the shoes. It works by placing a foot form on an arm of a robot as the entire upper part of the shoe is sprayed from a single continuous filament in about 3 minutes. I don't know. This seems like some magic. Are they connected to socks? Oh, it was cloudy. Yes, she's part of the famous Irish Kenyans. I knew it was some cartoon. It was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, which is actually a kind of cute show, I will say. This technology is revolutionary because the shoe's upper is the hardest part to produce, while the fluffy outsoles are made in a mold. The upper deals with all the intricacies of traditional garment production, such as stitching, glue, fabrics, and tension wires. Modern shoemaking is not so modern. Ilmarin Heights, senior director of shoe wear at On, told the outlet, "It's just using 2D patterns. We're trying to wrap them around a very complex 3D shape." He added that the material used in light spray technology is so form-fitting that athletes often opt to wear it without socks. Them are going to be some stinky shoes then. I hope they're one use. But I mean, interesting idea. I don't know. The way that's coming out though, it looks like oh gosh, fiberglass. All I am seeing is fiberglass stuff. Oh, no problem. Amy's Positive Pathways. Have a good meeting and have a great rest of your day. Now these shoes are going to get their world debut at the Olympics in Paris, though Obari was initially hesitant. The first time I saw the shoes, I said no. Obiri told the New York Times, I can't run in these. In the changing room, even my colleagues were saying, it's a joke, she added. They were saying, you can't use these shoes for a marathon. She decided to try wearing them in practice and eventually the Boston Marathon in April, which she won. She wouldn't give them back. Niels Atrogi, Director of Innovation, Technology, and Research for Own Quip. When you trust the shoes, you have the mentality like, I'm going to run fast, Obiri shared. On the claims that the technology doesn't just decrease production time, it also reduces 75% of carbon footprint from the upper production. One of the visions was imagine if you go to a race, you have one of these robots with you, and on race day, if it's wet or dry, the robot sprays the perfect shoe for you in a moment. Heights explains at the end of the race, you can take it off, recycle it, and go to the next race. Oddly enough, the idea for the its one-of-the-kind production came 4 years ago on Halloween from a senior member of On's innovation team, Johannes Volkert. He had seen a video of someone squeezing a thin filament of hot glue into fluff of a spider's web and wondered if a shoe could be made the same way. Uh, I need a spray-on leg. I did ask my doctors if they were considering a bionic woman, program because I'd be willing to sign up, but sadly. In our final story, no kidding, this is only for Valhalla. King Charles III bestows royal title on a rare golden goat. So there you go. And I'm not even going to make a Camilla joke. So I'm just being all kinds of mature on my birthday. King Charles III has bestowed a royal title on a rare golden goat breed. From now on, the breed, known for its connection to the Isle of Guernsey, will have a special title of Royal Golden Guernsey Goat. The title bestowed Tuesday during the King's visit to the island in the English Channel will apply to the livestock breed anywhere in the world. Hopefully, this will raise awareness for the breed, said Rebecca Martin, the owner of an 8-year-old Somerville Tanzan, the goat chosen to represent the breed. As he bestowed the honor, the king petted the small creature and offered a compliment on the shade of its pale blonde coat. The goats are a rare breed and considered at risk on the rare breeds watch list. Considered friendly and docile, they produce good milk. Christopher Price, the executive chief of the Rare Breeds Survival Trust, said the honor offers recognition of the breed's historical significance and its value to biodiversity, the environment, and sustainable food production. Being choosy in what they eat, their grazing can provide very specific environmental benefits. Price said in a statement, we are grateful to His Majesty for his continued, greatly valued support for British rare native livestock and equine breeds. And now the Camilla joke. Well, of the two goats there, I like the four-legged blonde one better. And what is y'all, can we stop it with the shoulder pads? Camilla looks like she's trying to be Janet Reno over here. For the love of all that is holy, ma'ams, we are supposed to have smaller shoulders. I mean, I don't because I'm naturally built like a Siberian woman. But, for those of us who are already built somewhat like Janet Reno, we don't need help. I would always cut them suckers out. I looked like legitimately, I mean, you try to be a middle school and have to wear your first grown up little blazer thing, and you look like, Einhorn and Finkel. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and it really hurts your feelings as a middle schooler to be told that you could line back for the Lions or cheerlead for them. Anywho, I mean, I should have. It's not a flattering cut. It makes her look very severe. I mean, King Charles looks like he knew he was going to a 4-H fair. She looks like she thought she was going to a coronation. It it's just not the right outfit for the right environment, in my opinion. But look, the royals had a chance to take me in. I mean, I was willing to go for William, not Harry, sorry. But they decided that a redhead single mom with a big old, mouth wasn't what they were going to go with. So they went with, Merkel. And I'm sure that's going well with that for them. Nary a, discombobulation since Meghan Markle has joined the family. Y'all had a chance. You could have had me, but now I'm on YouTube with all the wigs. You just couldn't pay me enough. Anyway, thank you guys for celebrating my birthday with me. And you know what? Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will not be doing nightly newsy news. I think I am going out for date night, but I will be doing a couple of other videos depending on what the news comes out today. And I do need to do my masking video for my other channel. I am working hard on some other things for that. And, be kind to yourself. That is one of the new goals that I'm working on. It is easy to remember all the times you've fallen, but let's try to remember all the times we've gotten up instead. It may have taken us a little longer, but we definitely have all gotten up. So let's focus more on the times we get up and keep walking. And it may not get a whole lot more easy, but it will become a habit. Bye, you guys, and I will see you in a little bit.